I am here today to tell you about a really interesting new book that is out in America this week. And it's by a woman who I find incredibly interesting. This is what she looks like. You can usually recognize her. She's not just another blonde from LA who wears a Kabbalah bracelet, but she's always has a kale juice in hand, so she's very easy to spot.
I see you drive around town with the guy I love, and I'm like, forget you.
I bought this cookbook, and I rushed home to look at it, and I was certain that because Gwyneth Paltrow looks like this, that the pages would have been completely blank. But I was totally wrong because I came home and it's totally full of recipes, like real food. And she's on the cover. She's not eating the food on the cover. She almost eats food. Here she is, almost, maybe. This is a turning point in her life where she decides she doesn't want to be macrobiotic anymore. It's part of the introduction. Could I use butter and cheese and eggs in my cooking without going down some kind of hippie shame spiral? Yes, of course I could. Gwyneth Paltrow speaks perfect Spanish because she lived in Spain when she was in high school. So naturally, Gwyneth made not one, but two different kinds of paella recipes. Seafood paella, Spanish mama style. While I was in Spain, as a teenager, living with my Spanish mama, Julia, and her family, we used to go to their farm on weekends in the heart of Castilla-La Mancha. Julia gave me my first taste of paella. It was the best thing I had ever eaten. And this is a breakfast that Gwyneth likes to have called savory rice bowl. I first had a version of this at a Japanese monastery during a silent retreat. Don't ask, it's a long story. Anyway, it was a great, interesting experience. But the savory rice bowl was the best part. Let's go through some of my favorite pictures. Here's Gwyneth in the beginning. I'm just husking corn. It's totally gorge. Like everybody from Coldplay is gonna come over and they're gonna be like, oh Gwyneth, you're such a wonderful cook. I'm gonna do a Coldplay song about it called Gwyneth's a Wonderful Cook. And she'd be like, ha 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 ha, I know, right? That Coldplay song would be #1 on iTunes and then she would sing it on Glee. This is her making breakfast with her beautiful children who have never had McDonald's. This is La Gwyneth, and she's setting the table for her festive Spanish feast. Hola, me llamo La Gwyneth. This is Gwyneth, La Gwyneth. She's sitting, there's like all these peonies. She's super cute. She's not wearing a bra. Pictures of her gorgeous backyard, beautiful daughter, elven daughter, like who's totally straight out of Lord of the Rings. And this is perfect roasted Chinese duck. It takes about 13 hours and 10 minutes to make this thing from start to finish. But you know what? I think I'm up for the challenge. I can't return this book. It was $27 and I can't really return it because I wrote in it. So I think I'm gonna make this recipe and I'm gonna sit down and get comfortable and watch a double feature of duets and Country Strong, and then I'll follow it with next week's episode of Glee. So Holly Holiday, congratulations on writing a book. I look forward to testing your recipes because you look totally gorge, and I'm pretty sure that this book is totally the jam, and I'm pretty sure that your best friends Madonna and Jay-Z completely agree with me.
I see you driving around town with the guy I love, and I'm like,